you go. There you go. Got him. Good. They're nice little fish. Yeah, a little bit better fish than that last one. Look. There you go. Hey, he counts.
So you back?
Yeah.
Y'all started back last week?
Yeah, we started last week. We figured out a way to do it where we don't have any meetings.
Okay.
Where there is literally no contact. I mean, the closest you get to somebody is in the boat.
Yeah.
We do a drive-through registration where the co-angler, one of the club officers, sets up in SRA Park, which is at the north end of the 154 bridge. And the co-angler brings the entry fee, drives through, hands it to him, and goes to the ramp and meets the motor.
Yeah.
They can launch their boat and are not supposed to leave the ramp until time to start fishing. We found out last week nobody read the email, and as soon as they got there, they left. So this time we're going to remind them of it. And then for weigh-in, they had to do the same thing. The co-angler brought the weigh slip. They picked up a weigh slip when they got their money.
Yeah.
So no real contact there. And then they brought the weigh slip back, and the president and I sat down with the computer and calculated the weights. So he and I were the only two that, and he said he went into the table and I said it the other. So
yeah,
it worked out pretty good. The fishing was amazing. Some people did real well, and it was about 50-50.
Really? I've got the results here.
Half of them caught fish and half of us didn't. The ones that caught fish had fish in protected areas, I think. Because I had fish, I had big fish, but they were in deep water, open water, and the wind blowing straight out of the south. You couldn't, everything I had was east and west, so you couldn't fish it. But
gotta get that in there where you see it. Well, you put the payout in there too. Okay.
Yeah, they did this time. That's true. So we did what we did while we're doing this. We're not keeping any points or anything. This is just to get us fishing again.
Okay.
Yeah, and we're doing 100% payback. So
Well, great.
That's
well, you caught a bunch of fish. Look, here's one guy caught 10 fish here.
Yeah.
Butch Grove.
Yeah.
Well, it's a mess. I'll tell you what. I'm so sick of this crap.
Here, and the lake looks like the Sealy tournament is going on.
Well,
the ramps are just clogged.
Yeah. Well, you can understand why.
Guides are doing every boat's a guide boat.
Yeah.
Just about.
Well, there's only so many episodes of Joe Exotic that you can watch, and then you run out.
What is Joe Exotic?
You haven't heard about Joe Exotic?
No, I haven't.
That is the latest on Netflix. It's a guy that he was running these tiger places.
Okay, it's the tiger rescue.
Yeah, the tiger rescue thing. That my kids, they know these people. My son, he's a big cat expert, so he naturally would know a bunch of that. But there's only so many of those. We run out of those. let me tell you something. You know when you've hit bottom? I was sitting there watching the Weather Channel and realized that this is a rerun.
That is bad.
You know, you've hit bottom. You run out of stuff to watch. When you're watching the Weather Channel, a rerun of the Weather Channel.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's like, we have watched Andy Griffin, Gomer Pyle, Hogan's Heroes, all the House episodes. I run out of, Kelly, the gal that does the Cold Justice. You know, she's a prosecutor from Houston.
Okay.
It's really good. I watched all of those, you know, and then I spent a month and a half building shutters.
Yeah, you told me about that. But,
And I got them installed, and I did all the metal and then built the hinges for them and everything, you know. And well, they were 7 foot 8 inches tall, so you had to. It took 4 doors to do one shutter. You had to cut these things and completely disassemble them, and
put them back together.
but they looked like they came with the house now.
Yeah. I didn't notice them when I drove up. I'll have to pay attention.
Yeah, you have to. I'll have to show them to you, but. I did that, and we did all kind. We started doing a bunch of work to the house too that we've been needing to do. So, you know, and it's prime time to start back with this.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm glad you guys started. I was surprised this morning. I didn't think he's going to start today. And
well, yeah, we. I thought I should have given you a little more advance notice, but it dawned on me that I hadn't said anything to you, and I figured I'd better hush. But see what I was talking about where half the people caught fish and half didn't. Look right there, about right along here. Up and then.
oh yeah,
it's amazing how. Matter of fact, just right above me is where the fish started being caught.
well, I'm not quite understanding this. You got these guys caught fish here, didn't they?
Yeah, but they didn't catch as many.
Oh, as many. Okay,
And they didn't catch as big a fish.
I see. I understand what you're saying now.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, my biggest deal, I had to charge the batteries from the last time we went out fishing. I was missing parts. I was hunting parts I had to go get some washers to prop up that camera over there, you know, and I mean, it's like when we came in from fishing, I said, I've had it.
Just chunked it
You
off.
know, I've just had it. We can't do nothing, you know, and it's it's bullcorn, and it's really caused some really bad problems within the country. And my son may actually move home because he had he had been laid off from another company out there in California, and he was offered a job, and then the COVID hit, and went south. You know, and I'd love to have him, but there's no work like that here. You know, so I don't know. I think they really do need to start the country up, and that's what they seem to be trying to do. But and you can't blame a lot of these people; they don't know what to do.
Yeah, that's true. I'm concerned that even if they get it going the way that they hope to right now, there's so many small businesses that just can't start back up.
No,
I mean, they're gone.
No,
that's all there is.
But what I can't understand is you can open up Walmart,
and
you can sell anything in there. But the mom and pop business, they're the ones getting killed on this. I think, fair is fair. What they probably ought to do is when they get back up and running, close the Walmart down for a couple of months. Let them sucker feel like what it is, because, I mean, it's just...
it's the smaller specialty things. If I don't get a haircut pretty quick, I'm going to have to start braiding it because it's...
Well...
I mean, hairspray holds it down right now, but there's going to come a time.
I know. It's going to be, it's going to be rough. But so I don't know. I'm tired of watching it on the news. Tired of hearing about all that junk.
I have my wife just. You watching that again?
Yeah.
Well, there's nothing else to watch.
Yeah. What else you going to watch?
We've been binging on Netflix too, but. We've been watching, of course, I like science fiction, so we've watched all the science fiction stuff, and right now we're working on a series, a thing called the Vikings.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, and it's blood. I mean, it's blood and guts. It's tough stuff, but it's there's a lot of it, but it's really pretty interesting.
Oh, it does sound pretty cool. I watched that Longmire. You ever watch that?
No.
I loved that show, but they ended the series. It ended well, but it it was a guy from actually Australia, but you couldn't tell he was from Australia. You know, he sounded like he was from here. You know,
Like he's,
but it was like a modern day cowboy and Indians movie is what it was. Did you check it up on?
no, she just went outside and opened the front door. And,
Oh yeah.
but anyway,
So you know, I noticed Saturday they were only letting out 64.5 cubic feet per second. Sunday, it jumped up to 6,400 cubic feet. They must have just opened the gates Sunday.
well, the lake was, I'm gonna say, 6 inches over.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't look at it, but I've got a stump out there that I use as a marker, and when I'm running up the lake out across an area that's kind of treacherous, and the stump is when I see that, I know I'm okay. I couldn't find it.
Wow.
So
Okay.
and which tells me that it was lots of water.
Well,
Of course,
that
it
one
rained.
day they decided to open the gates.
Yeah.
Apparently. So
And they had a lot of rain this weekend.
yeah.
You know, Sunday, all that rain up north, they had flash flood warnings for all up in there.
So when y'all fished, how did y'all do this day? You know, last Thursday. It was the entire lake or one part of the lake, or
it was just an LFA tournament.
just a wide open whatever you want to
Anywhere
fish.
you want to go, yeah.
And so you fished it with who did you have a partner with you?
Yeah, I had a partner. Alf Tuggle was my partner.
Okay,
And
Alf.
Alf we both had a hard time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, he caught one fish. I caught 3 or 4. But,
Caught 3 is what I'm seeing right here on the deal. Alf.
Alf's a good fisherman.
Yeah, he is. From what I've seen, he's
Yeah,
pretty decent. You know, so
if
he
you're
caught
around-
one.
if
What he
you're
had.
If you're around fish, he'll catch them.
So where were y'all at out there?
We were fishing deep ridges
What part of the lake?
down at the dam, and also the road beds up on the northern end of Caney Creek. Anything 15, 17 feet.
So you're back down along in here somewhere? Or?
Well, over in here, yeah. There you go.
Up around Cheney?
You know, what is it?
The pits out there?
Your opening picture.
Yeah.
That's where we were.
You're back in the bar pits in that
Yeah,
area,
yeah.
around the dinner table and all that.
On this road bed right
Okay.
there. Yeah.
You was on a deep road bed there.
Yeah, it's 21 feet deep.
Uh-huh.
But there was fish on it.
Oh yeah.
That can be an outstanding place.
Uh-huh. So what were y'all fishing with?
Carolina rig flukes.
Flukes?
Yeah, flukes and brush hogs. Alf used a lot bigger variety than I when the fishing's tough, I go with what I believe in, and I just keep chunking it and
Yeah.
force feed them.
Yeah. And so
The
you was
spawn
up?
apparently is completely over with.
Yeah.
The places that we used to catch a few fish in the spawn, I went in there a month ago and caught fish, and then every time I'd go back, the numbers just kept dropping off.
So you went up the very north end up here too? Is that where you?
No, we were to fight right in there.
At 515
Yeah,
Bridge.
in the fight. We didn't go any further.
Up in that area there.
515. The wind was, I wanted to, glade would have been nice to try, but it was white capping.
Yeah. Y'all fishing up in Hurley? Is that where you at?
We did hit Hurley.
Hit some of that?
Yeah. Yeah, the boat, my trolling motor will hold it,
Yeah.
but you can't. Only way you can fish is throwing with the wind, because if you
Oh.
throw out to the side, it ends up.
So it was blowing pretty hard.
Oh yeah, it was blowing. I don't know what the forecast was, but it was probably blowing 15 to 25, and we was taking a wave over the bow every now and then, or splash overs.
So you using flukes down there too?
Yeah.
You just strictly flukes, what you're doing there.
Flukes and brush hogs. Yeah.
Yeah.
that's-
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
This weekend, there's a tournament, the first open tournament that I'm aware of, Saturday, and it's the Sarton Marine and Friends, and it's going on. It's going to be out of the Minnebucket, and of course I like Sarton Marine, so I'm giving them a plug.
yeah.
About halfway down there's a larger ad, and they right there. Yeah. JC Outdoors does it. but right there.
JC Outdoors. Okay.
Sergeant Marine Open. Yeah. There's so many mistakes on there now because of so many canceled tournaments. I have just given up on on marking the ones that are canceled, and when I get an update from them, I'll go in and put the update in, and that's I don't.
Is there any way they can tell it has been updated? Do you mark it anyway?
No.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I'll if I know it's been canceled, I'll note that it's canceled and reschedule too.
Well, they can always hit that link and go.
That's right.
Then they should verify it by going to the link and going to the page, and just to make sure, because you got so many. It takes you a month or two to do these things, So.
And somebody called you and say, "Hey, our tournament this coming weekend, or our next tournament's been canceled." What about?
Right.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
I get an email that says that, and I know who it's from.
Right. Yeah.
But they got 5 different circuits, and
oh yeah, yeah. So it's almost impossible to be accurate about that. So anyway, next week we're going back to the same deal.
We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this probably. Don't know how long. Just depends on.
Yeah.
How things work out, because the club members are, to a man, concerned about we're all older guys.
We are, yeah.
We don't want anything.
Yeah. Well, some of us have some extenuating problems too that we really have to be careful of.
Everybody does.
They do. Yeah. You got family members that do, and you can't tell it by going into Lowe's and Home Depot down there.
That's the truth. Lowe's especially. Good Lord.
I didn't even go, and I had to get some paint one day, and I went down there and I made the mistake of going midday somewhere, and that was the wrong time.
I ran over to Walmart last night about 5:30, and I was impressed because every employee had on a mask, and probably 90% of the customers did.
Yeah.
And I've been in Walmart several times down through the thing, and this is the first time that I saw that high percentage of people.
Well, let me tell you about Home Depot. I went in Home Depot, and of course you've got to go through hoops to get in there, And you get in there, and I come in, I'm suited up. I got the gloves and the mask, and I get over. I had to come in there and get some fasteners to get in and get out. And I'll kiss your foot if one of the employees come up right behind me, ain't got nothing on, brought somebody with him. I'm going like,
6 foot or 6 inches.
What part of stupid is this? Why do I have to hop over a couple of hurdles to get in this thing? But you guys going to come up and you don't even use this stuff. I really think this is totally done probably wrong. What they probably should have done is not necessarily close everything down, but make everybody wear a mask and gloves if you want to come in the store. And if you get too close, we're going to throw you out of this thing out the back door.
That impinges on their freedoms. You can't do that.
Well,
I agree with you. Believe me.
I wouldn't be beyond body slamming an employee that did that to me. Because the thought did cross my mind, but
that's where you probably need to get a hold of the manager and say,
hey, dude,
what's going on? I was impressed with Walmart. Everybody.
Well,
and why yesterday was so different, I don't know. Maybe somebody did complain.
Yeah.
And they had to come to Jesus meeting or something.
I don't know, but
anyway. Well, yeah, we're fishing again this Thursday.
Okay. So who are you fishing with this Thursday?
Yeah, Jimmy Bright's.
Okay.
I've got those fish I'm hoping they'll stay there. They normally do.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go. I've got to go in. I'm going up this afternoon. I'm going to be at Sargent's in the morning. My trolling motor's acting funny. Last year during the Sargent Marine Tournament, Charlie and I were on some fish. Boy, we had the practice day. We caught an over. We shook what we thought were 2 or 3 more off and caught a bunch of smaller fish. And we didn't stay there very long. We didn't pound on it. But we got out there the next morning, hit spot lock, and sipping my coffee, and the alarm on the trolling motor goes, what crap is that? I looked at the steering cable had broken. And when the cable breaks, if you know what's going on, there's a way that you can lock the pedal down and use the remote and still use it, because you can still steer it. I didn't know that. And anyway, we ended up, when I got spot lock on the trolling motor, I took the anchors out of the boat. Didn't need an anchor anymore, so didn't have an anchor. There's not a stump around.
Yeah.
So we ended up drifting through the shallows, or going up shallow and putting the towels down and fishing. And of course, as a result, we didn't do worth a poop. So
Yeah.
but it's interesting that a year I'm having what I think may be steering cable issues again, because it'll steer fine to the right, but it does not want to go to the left, and I'm afraid to press too hard on it. So
It might be time for you to buy a new boat.
or
Or win one, maybe.
part of me says yeah, but the biggest part of me says nope. I like the one I've got.
Yeah.
And I can keep it going for the next. I don't know how much longer I can fish. If I get 10 more years, I'm gonna feel like I've done good, and I know this boat's good for 10 more years.
Yeah. Well, that's a nice boat. I just, anyway. Well, shit.
So I'm gonna get the trolling motor checked out, so we don't have
Right.
a
Yeah.
rerun of last year.
A part of this being off, I got on Craigslist and started, you look at free stuff, and all, or the barter stuff. I kind of look at that kind of stuff. I was looking there today, and I want you to see what this guy has got. The guy over Tyler's got this. It's for free, And here it is. He's got pet rats. Pet rats over in Tyler. Now let me ask you something. It says I got 3 pet rats. I got about 100 of them. Now, if you're gonna put a picture of a pet rat up, wouldn't you put the best one you got? If that's the best rat you got, bud, you're hurting. And look at the eyeballs on that thing.
That looks like
That's got to be a fake ad.
something.
That can't be true.
I've seen a lot of rats. I've never seen one with ears like that nor eyes.
And
like
yellow
that.
eyes like it. That's a nasty looking thing. I tell you what. I would be worried about getting some kind of virus off
having
that
a bad hair day too.
That'd be close to a bat or something.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It looked more like a bat. Those
Look,
forward-facing ears.
Yeah, he text me. Just text me. Over in Tyler. They're in good condition. You notice.